Hey everyone, welcome to your Life Story Coach podcast, previously known as People, Their Passion and Purpose. I am so excited today. It's a little nostalgic for me today because we're going back into my past career and we're here with Rita Wong. She has been a wedding planner for, let's say, about 25 years or so. You've been in the business a long time. And we've worked together on many weddings. And as some of you know or don't know, I am a makeup artist. I had a wonderful career with my mother, Annie, who was like the OG of wedding makeup. And so I got to work along her side and work with really fantastic wedding planners. And Rita was one of them. And before we get into Rita, I just want to say, what sparked my desire and excitement to talk to you is like you started putting up stuff on social media, and this is what I love about social media. You started with your Motivation Mondays, Tips Tuesday,
Tuesday,
and
yeah.
Wednesday.
Wisdom Wednesday,
What's
Wisdom
that?
Wednesday,
Wisdom
Throwback Thursday,
Wednesday,
yeah.
Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday,
Yeah.
Future Friday.
There you go. So that's a lot of work, by the way. So congratulations on that, in between having a family to deal with and a dog to deal with, like you just told me,
Yeah.
and your whole business, right? So, but it sparked my interest because I felt that, it just showed how, like a level of engagement in your business, and after so many years of being in this business, you must have seen so many different things and so many different trends come and go and so having all the material that you needed and all the wisdom and years of experience you need to do those things really piqued my interest to talk to you. So welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to reunite with you. And
Yeah.
as you said, we go way back, and I've always enjoyed those days together. We worked together almost on every wedding back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. And it brings back a lot of great memories. Making the bride and her family and friends feel beautiful, is was always a great feeling. And I also saw like a lot of things, and now being in the coaching business, I understand sort of why I came into this business because I do have a background in psychology, and so I am sensitive to things that go on. So we'll maybe talk about that a little bit during this interview.
Very interesting because I graduated from McGill in psychology.
There you go. I did it at Concordia. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's always interesting. I love the like science or the of working with people. I think it's amazing, to be able to do that. And I'm sure having your background in psychology helps you a lot with your business.
It certainly does. Yeah. And I joke about it all the time, but it's not a joke because it really is a good tool.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so let's go back a little bit and start with like, how did you get into this business?
Okay, we're going way back. I'm 53 today, so I would say like in my late 20s, I was working with a very prominent planner in the Jewish community, which was wonderful because I learned so much from this person. Not just like the wedding planning, but the vendors, who the wonderful, reliable vendors are to work with. I met some really great people, and it was just nice to be immersed into this whole event, this industry, this events industry,
Yeah.
and just seeing how to make people feel comfortable, have them trust me, and just to guide them and making them feel relaxed about planning such an important day of their lives. And it gave me a lot of confidence, throughout the years working with this person and making new friends in the industry. And I just found that the right people, the right vendors, they become part of your team who really look out for you. You look out for each other, and it's just that it takes a village, as they
Right.
say.
That's
Yeah.
so true. It's so true that we end up becoming friends with each other and relying on each other and
Mhm.
uh, because you want to work with people you can trust. So to
Of
make
course.
sure,
And
and the
mhm.
one thing you said was I wanted to make sure that the bride was always relaxed on her wedding day, like while she's planning her
Very
wedding day,
important.
because it's so stressful. you know,
Yes, yes.
to plan a wedding. It's very, very stressful.
Right. Because it can be overwhelming because, there's so, for a person planning their wedding, it's that one wedding they're planning. So they have all these thoughts in their head and they don't know what to do about it. So it's normal. Okay, what am I going to use stress? So I always tell them, relax, this is why I'm here. And you're gonna allow me to do my job because my job is to take that all away from you and just show you that it's supposed to be pleasurable. Because just as important as the wedding day is, this whole process of planning your wedding, that whole, let's say, like year before, when you look back, you don't want to have negative feelings like, oh my God, I'm so glad that it's over. It was so stressful doing this, and I fought with this person, and I stressed about this. And so I want you to look back and be like, that was really fun. It was such a beautiful like start to the whole process, and it was just like a nice prelude to what was to come.
Yeah, that's so nice. And so when I was thinking about this morning, when you start with a bride, like a new bride, and they come to speak to you, what are some of the things that you go through with them to make sure that you're off to a good start? Like what is important for you?
Well, I really need to know what their vision is. I need to know, there's been many interfaith marriages, for example. So, like, sometimes you might have conflicting ideas or just feedback from one side or the other side. So, I just want to make sure, like you said, we need a relaxed bride. So, at the end of the day, what input is great. Everyone wants to feel heard. So, I make sure everybody is heard. But I remind the bride that at the end of the day, it's about her, it's about her partner. And we could listen to other people, allow them to have their input, but at the end of the day, the bride has to be, it has to work with their vision, what they have in mind. So if you don't have a relaxed bride, you have an unhappy bride. And like, not to talk about things that aren't happy, but I've had instances where I've had brides in tears, but then I said, come, we're going to go for a coffee. Where sometimes I feel like they're psychologists and I love it. Or a really good girlfriend. I had one
Hmm.
bride, we went for a coffee and she was in tears. I said, talk to me, something's up. We went for a coffee. We spoke. By the end of it, she was like, okay, you're right. I feel so good about this. I feel confident now. It's just, and then the other side, like sometimes, when you're quiet, the other side might take it the wrong way, like, okay, she doesn't care or whatever. But they just were not aware that she had such anxiety over all this information that was given to her. She just didn't know what to do with it. She felt like she had to do something with it. And you could take all that, all those opinions, but just make it work with your vision.
Right.
So it's not always like black and white. There's ways to make everybody feel heard and appreciated, and to find a balance
That's
while
great.
keeping your bride happy.
Exactly. I love that because, it's the bride that sets the tone for the wedding day. I always said that, right? So
Of course.
100%. It's her aura, her vibe when she walks into that room, how people are going to feel. And but it's really interesting because not everybody is understands that and will ever understand that necessarily. Like there's so many different personalities, right? But we
Hmm.
have this box of what a wedding is supposed to look like and what a wedding is supposed to be. And so if you don't necessarily fit in that box
That's
or
pressure.
yeah,
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
pressure, right? To do certain things.
And every bride is different. So that's one of the other things you asked me what I need to know right away is like, who are you? So
Right.
I want to get into your head. I want to know, you know, Heather might be different from Sarah. Sometimes you have completely polar opposite personalities. So what works for one, or what one of my approaches might not work for this person, but then maybe, for the other. So it's so important to just recognize the different personalities and the different visions.
So I could see how your personality, even the way you're talking about it, it makes you such a great planner because you're also, supporting them through that journey. It's like an added
Mhm.
service. And you're
Yeah,
helping them understand themselves and express themselves and
I guess it's just part of I'm that person that I just want to be helpful. I don't want anybody to feel anxious, stressed. I'm that person that will seek out the one in the party that's not having a good time and go sit to the person and be like, let's dance or
yeah, yeah,
let's go
yeah.
get some food. So like maybe it's the empathetic side of me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, definitely. And so I have so many questions for you that I wrote a bunch of stuff down because I know that I'm going to like not know where to go sometimes. So So yeah, so we were talking about what you want to know on your first thing. So it's the vision and the person, like who they are and what kind of event they want to have. Is there anything else that you want to add to that? Like,
What do I want to know? I would want to know the vibe of their
okay,
wedding.
yeah,
Some people want a very upscale, very chic, very sophisticated way. Someone wants to go to a cabana souk,
right,
So again,
right,
that goes back to the type of personality, So I
yeah,
want to make sure I'm vibing correctly with them. I'm not going to show them a avant-garde architectural forest when they just want branches in a mason jar, So like I need to know the vibe,
yeah,
and as I said, it links back to who they are.
yeah, yeah. You're helping them express that, you know?
Yeah, budget. I don't ever
Budget,
want
yeah,
anyone to feel uncomfortable. If you come blindly and don't know what your budget is, then I do not want to scare anybody away by giving them this budget that's hundreds of thousands of dollars when they wanted something intimate and a little bit more affordable. Yeah.
yeah. And so, I would like to know some of the common stressors that brides have. So,
Yeah,
what do you think?
well, budget, like
Yeah.
as we said, budget is one of them. Um, Chatter that's around her, people having their opinions. One big stressor is when they want everything to be perfect. They want everything
Mm.
Pinterest, everything Instagram worthy. Sometimes there's many times I've had brides that will show me a Pinterest photo, for example, like with a florist, and be like, okay, I want this. But honey, that's AI. Those flowers are not real. They don't exist at this time of year, so nothing will ever be perfect, So
Right.
trying to be too perfect is a common
Mhm.
stressor. And just like worrying too much about pleasing every single guest at the wedding, you're not going to please everybody ever.
Yeah.
So I think stay true to yourself, know what you want, know what your values are, know what your vision is, and don't think that everybody has to have the equal amount of bridesmaids to groomsmen. And if you don't, then you're doing something wrong. It's okay to break tradition because I think what is what is right for you.
Yeah.
And if you do something that's not what you truly are comfortable with, then you're doing it wrong. So I think
Yeah. It's like that in life every day too. It's just that
exactly.
I think because the wedding planning and getting married is such an intense, it's
Hmm.
almost like acute. When you have something, it's like an acute um experience rather than like a long lasting, right, experience. So
Exactly. There's a lot of pressure is put on brides, I think, the to make sure it's perfect. And now with social media, you see all these perfect weddings, but
yeah.
how many of them are real? They're real weddings, but they're always, there's editing, there's
Mhm.
special effects. It's just like AI. So again, the perfect wedding is what reflects you and what made you so happy inside, outside that day, and
Yeah.
what just feels good for you.
I'm so glad that you are reminding people of this because again, like it's really easy to get off track.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Very
Really,
easy
really
to
easy to
lose
get off
focus.
track. Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. And so, you're helping brides sort of stay grounded and focused on like what's important and what's not important. And do you do you have any tools to help them? Like, how do you help them take care of themselves during this process? Is there anything specific like that you
Yeah.
can think
Well,
of?
I- I'm their tool. So like
Yeah.
I always tell my brides, I love checking in on my brides. I need them to know that I'm there. So, very importantly, I need them to know that I'm in their corner. They're not alone. So, I think a lot of the times, if brides feel um, the stress, it's because they feel, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. This is all on me, but it's not. You have me, you have family members, a sister, your mom, a cousin, a good friend, and your partner. Sometimes like grooms, I think, but you know what? My grooms are great. I find more and more the grooms are very much into the wedding planning. Most of my grooms, I can tell you, go to every single meeting.
Oh,
I don't know if this is like a post-COVID trend, but like I'm like my grooms are very, very involved. But I think when a groom will take the steering wheel for certain things and be like, okay, I'll take care of usually they take care of the bar,
right.
cars, and music. Those are like big things. But just for a bride to know, that I have a partner in this. I'm not planning my wedding. I'm planning our wedding with my partner. I think that helps a lot too. And it's okay. Like sometimes just like I say in my social media stories, just turn it off. It's okay to just put your wedding binder, just put it aside. We're
Hmm.
not talking about the wedding this weekend. Spend time with your partner. Do something fun. Do something that's just you guys, and go back to why you're planning this wedding. You guys fell in love, and you're enjoying your time together. And just put it away for it. It'll be there when you get back to it, but it's okay to put it away.
This is like life, you know? I'm like,
It is. But then when you put the a label wedding on it, it just becomes all that
yeah.
more pressure.
Exactly. And so you're helping couples see that and stay together and be on the same page. And of course, if a bride is seeing that her fiance is helping and wants to help and wants to be involved, I mean,
You're not alone.
yeah, and
Yeah.
how nice is that for their future, right? Because sometimes we forget that we're getting married to be with the person we love, and like we
It's too,
forget about the
it's
rest
just a
of our life.
party. Yeah, it's not just about the party, but if you see this, your partner being there with you from the very beginning, let's say the person is not, then will he be there later after the big day? But this person is with you during this process as a team. It gives you a good indication of how wonderful your marriage will be.
Yeah, that's so nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say it's also might be a reflection of your life and your marriage, you know, because nothing is perfect, of course, and I don't know your personal life that well, but if you're able to be experience helping people have that experience, you understand it and you are experiencing it. So when I see you, you know, on social media, I don't see you much in person, but when I see you on social media, I see a very real person, a real hardworking wedding planner who loves her job, an amazing mom who does her best, you know, and a
Thank
fantastic wife who
thank you.
is there for her family. So that's
I think
really nice.
it goes back to just like I said before, you just have to be true to yourself, who you are. There are days I'm exhausted. Like yesterday, let me tell you, was a Monday. I dropped off the kids with my husband. This is the thing. Like he knows my mornings are hard, my Mondays are hard, but even if he sleeps, because he works late, if he
Yeah.
sleeps 3 hours a night, he will always set his alarm clock 8 o'clock because he knows he has to go with me just for the moral support. So
Mhm.
I'm overwhelmed sometimes, and on social media, everyone's like, oh, it's all daisies. But I stay real to my, I know I get overwhelmed sometimes, but it's just I talk to myself, I manage it. I love lists. I'm that girl with the list, but I just prioritize what needs to be done, what I'm going to tackle first. It all gets done. When you think of how am I gonna get it all done, then you stress. Write it all down and know that we're gonna just check everything off,
Yeah.
and stay true to yourself. Know who you are. You're human. You do what you can do. In the end, it always works out. But just don't second guess yourself. Don't put more pressure on yourself, and just trust the process. Trust in
Yeah.
your yeah.
Wow. And well, your husband is a DJ.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, a very
So
busy DJ, restaurant owner.
yeah.
He travels. Yeah,
So you guys are always in need of support for each other and
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you know, after listening to you, I feel like you are a real leader, you know, an amazing role model for knowing who you are and being authentic with yourself because you keep going back to that, you know, and I feel like you've consciously, maybe unconsciously, I don't know, but have created this lifestyle where, you know, you are living who you are, you know? So I want to
It's
acknowledge you for
crazy.
that.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It's
Yeah.
crazy, but I think going about my personal life, I like the crazy. I'm the one
Yeah.
that likes the chaos, and I like the challenge, and I thrive on this go go go. And Charlene, I truly love what I do.
Yes.
Um, More often than not, these brides that I work with, they become lifelong friends.
Yeah.
I stay in touch with all of them, and very often I talk to all the moms. I always
Yeah.
bond with the moms, and like we text each other. I have moms from 10 years ago, 12 years ago that I talk to almost every second day. So it's very I don't know, I love people, and
Yeah. It's
yeah.
organic. It's the word
Yeah,
is it's
exactly. Yeah.
organic and
Yeah, it's it's
it's who
real.
you are. And I was going to ask you like how you stay motivated, but this is how because this is just who you are. And you know, um when I was doing makeup, like I always had really sweet, nice brides, and it's a reflection of who we are, like
Mhm.
those people
Mhm.
that are attracted to us for a certain reason,
Right, right.
So
Birds of a feather. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's so, so nice. Okay, great. That's so cool. So I'm getting to know you a little better, and I think people listening are getting to know you a little better as well, and know why they should work with you if they
Thank you.
want that kind of support for sure. Um, Maybe we can talk a little bit about some memories and real moments when maybe things were really tough and it all came together, or some sort of fun story that you want to share with us.
Let's talk fun.
Okay, let's
Let's
talk
talk
fun.
fun. Fun is always good. There's many fun stories. There's
Yeah.
many memorable. There was one a wedding which was so nice. Everything was so detailed. It was everything. She didn't feel like she needed to be a Pinterest board. She didn't need to feel like she had to follow trends. She was really in touch with her inner beliefs, her family. So instead of the bouquet that every bride has, family was so important to her. She collected brooches from every single important female family member and some close friends like aunts, cousins, mom, grandmothers, and she had someone make a brooch bouquet. So it was like a bouquet, but it was all brooches with a story. Every brooch had a story. That I will never forget because I thought it was just such an amazing piece of her wedding. And then just recently, I planned a wedding for a couple. I had planned their first child's baptism 3 years ago, and that was their big wedding. And we had a special celebrity come in, and I had to keep it for about a year, and I really did. I was just like this, and the only reason why I had told my husband is because they had asked my husband to help out with certain details. And even he was like, "Oh my God, you can keep a secret." I'm like, "Well,"
Wow.
and I could tell everybody who it is now. But for all those almost a year, a month leading up to it, I was dealing with the agent for Brian McKnight, big icon from the
Um,
1990s,
yeah.
and so we had him come, and nobody knew about this except for the bride and groom. When it was time for their first dance, the famous song "Back at One," everyone thought that the DJ was playing it. And then everyone just kind of stops, they look, and he comes out with his mic, and he just walked from the side of the venue, walked around, went up to the couple, and serenaded them. So that was like a
Wow.
for sure. And I'm like, the 90s music was my time. So when I saw, I was starstruck. Yeah. So that was really
I
fun.
think you put that video up. I think I
I
might have
did. So
seen
that's why I'm
it.
allowed to share it now.
Exactly. Yeah. 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 That's great. Yeah, that's amazing. So
Yeah,
that's
that was
good. Yeah, you have a lot of great memories and
super fun.
experiences. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
love that bouquet because, it brings meaning to the day. And it's
exactly.
more than just a day where you're getting married and there's a big party,
And
It's
everybody's part of that wedding, past people who have passed, people who are in your life now. It's just she felt like everybody was there.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's so nice. And it
supporting.
makes me think about and curious about what other ways can people bring meaning into that day?
Other ways, I would
Yeah.
just say, what's important to you, if you had a certain vision in mind that you think other people would not care for or understand, it's okay as long as it trying to
Hmm.
think of an example. Maybe like I was saying with these interfaith marriages, some people may not know how they can incorporate some of their traditions. If it's important to you, you incorporate that tradition.
Right.
You have that one chance to do it. We can't all dress up again and take two on the event. But if it's important to you, yeah, if you ever have second thoughts and there's a reason,
Yeah.
then always do what's important to you, and don't be swayed by other people's opinions. Again, just stay true to yourself and know what you want, and stick with it. Be confident in your
Right.
decisions. You have to listen to yourself. The outside noise, that's what it is.
Hard. It's hard for people
It's
to do
hard,
that.
yes.
Very hard.
Yes, yes, but come see me, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I see that. I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
And I'm happy. Sometimes my brides jokingly, they'll ask me, "Can you talk to my mom?" I'm like, "Sure, give her my number all the time." I'm very happy to do it. And you know what happens at the end? every conversation, the mother is relaxed,
Yeah.
the bride is relaxed, the
Yeah.
in-law, the future in-laws are, and everyone's happy. And I've had my fair share of differing opinions, but
Yeah.
in the end, everyone's happy. It's because I help them to understand each other and come to a common ground. And then they feel bad. They came up with these misconceptions of each other's. Okay, I thought that she was upset about this, but it was just there was no communication.
Yeah.
So I like to bridge people and close that gap.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the communication. Yeah.
It's so for as like you said, as in everyday life too.
Yeah.
Communication is so important, especially with wedding planning.
Yeah. So yeah, you bring like a whole other part to this wedding planning.
Yeah.
You
Thank you.
really
I try,
do.
I'm
You
really
no,
trying
it's
to.
natural. It's natural for you. Totally natural for you. And now I still have those brooches in my mind. I think that's
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good before pandemic, and I
Mm,
still think about it all the time. My two assistants will be out for drinks or just for dinner, and we still talk about it. It
yeah.
was so amazing.
So nice. It's funny how we say pre-pandemic, post-pandemic.
I know, I
Weird,
know.
weird,
It's
weird.
very weird.
Yeah. And so when we look ahead at in weddings, like what are some of the trends coming up? What are some things that you want to see happening?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of weddings becoming a little bit more intimate, micro weddings, smaller
Micro.
weddings. Yeah,
Yeah.
micro weddings. People again, like not following what's on Pinterest, what's Instagram worthy, but bespoke weddings, things that are about you.
Mm,
Sarah and Michael, maybe their tablescape it really reflects them. A certain backdrop or the food, maybe it's some menu that is not the typical wedding food, but very customized to personalization to the couple. So
mm,
very often now I'm seeing the micro weddings, a smaller, more intimate gathering of closest friends and families, and a more bespoke style wedding.
I like that bespoke wedding. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
And it's kind of like it's like an anti-social media kind of wedding.
exactly. And but then again, social media, I think it's going to be very big in
Mhm.
it's big now, but it's just going to get bigger. Like for example, um, if you're planning a wedding and you don't live here, a lot of these you could look by AI and all that. You could decorate that room already just by seeing it,
Right.
through AI. Um, and I know this has been done before. It's not a new thing, but more and more, with technology, you can have people from all over the world at your wedding with you at the ceremony and be
Right.
part of everything. So it's technology is helpful. It's
Uh-huh.
helpful also, but as long as you just stay true to your vision
Yeah, 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 yeah. And
and have the
again,
people.
it's part of life. So I keep seeing the wedding as like this acute test to who you a test in your life, to
Mhm.
how you're going to deal with your wedding is a big first of all learning experience, and
Yeah.
it could be transformational because you could learn
Mhm.
stuff while you're planning your wedding that's going to change the who you are as a person
Of
almost
course, of
if you're
course.
lucky enough to have a planner like Rita or and the support of people around you
Yeah.
who can help you manage the whole thing because it can
Mhm.
get kind of yeah, totally overwhelming, completely stressful and yeah, too much to handle, right? Because it's
And
so
just remember, there's no right and wrong for your wedding.
yeah.
Like I know a big trend this year is big, bold color trends.
Mm,
If you're not a bold color trend person, you're not a bold color trend. You're not going to be a bold color trend wedding because you think because ChatGPT tells you that this is the wedding trend.
exactly.
What is you? If you're that classic, you like the minimalist, classic, timeless wedding, that's the right way to go.
Yeah.
But if you have that personality, vibrant, bold, and you just want that, you're a trend hopper, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
That's perfect too.
And, as a wedding planner, you are able to, as a successful wedding planner, you are able to vision all these visions. Like you are able to help people create their vision.
Yeah,
So you have a
yeah,
very
it's been
big
many.
you have a big imagination and like a
You
very
have to.
creative spirit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's been many years, many couples, many different couples,
Yeah.
many different personalities, and it's fun. It keeps it interesting for me. If every wedding was the same,
Hmm.
I'd still enjoy the people aspect, but wow, like I love seeing people's ideas and then to be able to lend a helping hand and create that vision that I live on that. I love
Yeah.
that.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, yeah,
That's
it's motivating. Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let me just go through a couple of other things before I wanted to ask you, well, we talked a lot already about, the brides and how you bring them back down to earth and how you, right? And how you, I don't, however you do it, it's your natural personality, right?
They're not alone.
Exactly, yeah. And we talked about so those great, beautiful experiences. And so um again, like when you're working with a bride, like when you want to, when they're not with you, when they're not, they don't have you by your side type of thing, and
Mhm.
they need to support themselves, or they need to find a space where they can just, relax. And what are some of the things that have helped your brides in the past to feel relaxed? And I think relax is like, everyone talks about the nervous system, right? Like
Mhm.
when your nervous system feels okay, you're able to,
Yeah.
do so much more and live a better life, obviously.
I
So,
think it's really just take that break. Just do something for you. Take that
mm,
break. It's okay to take that break. The
right.
wedding money it won't disappear. You're
Yeah,
just putting it away, but you're still a person
right.
living every day. You're still that bride. You're still that girl. You know, you're living you're still a person. You're still a
Yeah,
human being. You're not just a bride. You're not just a bride. You're a human.
yeah,
He, she, you're still a person. You're a human being with feelings, with a cap for how much you can take.
yeah,
And so you put that wedding planning hat on after.
yeah,
Do something for you. Go for a massage, go for a Pilates session,
yeah.
go with your girlfriends, go on a date.
Yeah, just
But
walk away from it for a little while. That's
exactly.
usually
Just
what
just put it
helps.
aside.
Yeah,
It's there when you're ready to go back, and you'll go back and you'll go back stronger and with a clearer mind and just ready for it. You don't want to go to it and be like, oh, nobody wants that. It's just you
yeah,
want to take your break and be like, okay, I feel good. I'm excited about it again. It's not good to plan your wedding without being happy.
yeah, yeah. And like when you see yourself doing this for how many more years that you're going to do this, um, how have you seen yourself change over the years? And, what sort of vision do you have for yourself in the future?
I think one of the big things I see, like for a change in myself, is because I'm helping brides be calmer about everything. And I've seen so many weddings always turn out just fine, even though I'm just more, when I tell my brides it's going to be okay, I know it's going to be okay. I'm more
Okay.
confident.
Yeah.
I'm just way more, because I know, you could tell someone, calm down, it's going to be fine. They don't know. They're in this like chaos and they don't know, but I know it's going to go well. It's been every wedding, I will see the most stressed out bride, the one that has the worst case scenario in her mind, and I'll tell her it's going to be okay. And at the end, they always tell me, "Oh my God, you were right. I'm so happy. This day is gorgeous. This day is perfect." And it's because I've done it. They've never planned a wedding before. They've never gone through this, but I know it's going to work out. Nerves are, and I'll never, take away from someone and tell them, "Oh, you're stressing for nothing." I'll never take that away from them. The stress, the anxiety is real. I
Mhm.
help them address it. You have to address it. You can't just put it away. And I'll let them know this is what we're going to do. This. We're going to do it. We're going to do it in a timely manner. And I know it's going to work out. Trust me. And it does. So, by me seeing all the potential
Disasters.
emergency, I didn't want to say disaster. I was choosing a nicer word, but potential, things that can arise.
Yeah.
Um, uh, it all works out,
Yeah.
but just don't doom yourself if you think, okay, it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out.
It's,
But
I see it's how you live your life, it's how you,
back
it's just a
to, yeah,
total reflection of you and who you are. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly of how you manage stress
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
But I've grown in just knowing. what I tell them. So why I'm practicing what I preach, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what I tell them, I truly believe in it. So
Yeah.
I've gained more confidence and I've just, yeah, I'm just whatever I tell my brides, I know what I'm telling them is true because I live it. I
Yeah.
live it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so now like this is maybe a harder question and maybe I don't know if you've thought about it, you can answer, you don't have to answer it, but thinking about yourself in the coming years, like um is there anything that you want to share with us that you want to happen or see yourself doing or something that you know after doing?
Well, I love what I do. I truly
Yeah,
love what I do, and I have no intention of stopping anytime soon because
no,
I'm just,
for
I love
sure.
meeting people. I love taking their vision and creating that real. I love that first look of the room where I kick everybody out and I'll hold their hand. I say, okay, come, and I'll grab my video, my photo, get this moment, and I just the look on their face, and then when tears are there too, I'm like, oh, your makeup, but then I know that they're like they're really happy and we really did our job.
Yeah,
Um, I just love making people's dreams come true whenever I can, as much as I can. I prefer them to be happy and just have a very memorable day and to look back with happiness. And lucky me to gain new friends
yeah, yeah,
to hold on to.
yeah. That's so
And I
beautiful.
think, I just want brides also to, very important is to savor the moment because it goes so fast. So I
Mm,
always tell my brides after the ceremony, just walk. Don't stop there and have everyone swarm you because we're never going to get going for the rest of the time. But take your partner, disappear. I want you to go away. I want you guys to have a drink or a non-alcoholic drink, be together and just be like, wow, what did we just do? Like we did it. Like we did it. Like all this, we did it. And just look around for a minute and really just take it all in because it's just gonna the whole night is gonna go like this after. It's gonna go so fast. And there will be parts of your I just had a wedding 2 weeks ago and my bride said to me, I went to go check on her. It was a brunch wedding towards the end. I go, so she goes, oh my God. She goes, this date was so perfect. I feel like it just flew by. And at one point, Brad and I just got married. She's like, that's how she was at during all of this, we got married.
exactly.
So it goes really fast. And I had told her too, I said, before you walk down that aisle, take a look around. These are everybody that loves you and they're truly happy for you. They're here. They're all here for you. She did that. And then afterwards, so I made her and Brad disappear and just to be alone and watch from they had like this like loft on top,
Mm,
look down and just look at all this. And they did that. And I have goosebumps thinking about them because they were like the most just like the most loving, truly in love, and very appreciative of every single guest that was there. And it was just like, this is what I want: real weddings, real people, real emotions, and they're intentional and just there, just
yeah,
really there, really genuine, very authentic.
yeah,
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 and it
that's what
wasn't
you
about the
want.
show. It wasn't about the Pinterest. It wasn't about, oh, is this Instagram post worthy? It was just like, no, this is about us, and we're just so happy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
you want brides and couples and families that want to make meaningful weddings, memorable weddings, real, authentic, organic
exactly. Yeah.
weddings, and you
Yeah.
want to work with them in the way that you do work with
Mhm.
people. And
Yeah,
those
and
are the experiences that you're looking for.
exactly, exactly.
And now you're going to
That's
get
what
them.
drives me. That's what drives me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Happy people, new chapters, new happy chapters that they'll start together.
Yeah.
And just I want them to have just these beautiful, fond memories of having like the wedding process being enjoyable
Yeah.
and just looking back fondly
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing.
and being excited for the big day, not stressed out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So I just see so much in your future of more of you, more of that amazing energy. You're so energetic and you have so much, I'll say love and it's excitement and it's creativity and it's depth and it's wisdom and it's experience, and
Thank
empathy and compassion. You have it all to be able to, support people, and it's all part of the experience of their wedding. So it's really beautiful. I could see how it all comes
you.
together. Like after our conversation now, I could see why you love it so much. It's so much part of you, and how you help people so much through
Thank you.
this. really intense. Like when you think about it, it's a really intense time and it brings up a lot of stuff. So I'm happy that they have you to support them. And I think that people should follow you for your tips and your wisdom
Please
and your
do.
throwbacks and everything just to get your vibe and your feeling
I would
and
love that because you know what? Like, I really do take the time each day to think about, I don't want to be generic. You
yeah,
know, I don't want to put a post up just to have a post up. Again, being authentic to myself, what is really important, what I really truly feel passionate about, and whatever I say is what I truly
yeah,
feel inside.
yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate the people that comment and give me feedback. You know, it's really important to me.
Okay,
So,
that's
so
amazing.
yeah.
So I'm gonna put up your Instagrams and your Facebooks,
Thank
and
you.
you'll send
Thank
me
you for
your.
this opportunity.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Did you have
And
fun?
I did, you know what? And just, being with you again, it brings back the beginning days. And I always say that you and your mom were like the pioneers of the beauty industry, you know?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
a honor for me to be here with you. So thank you.
Well, it's so nice to be with you. And when I think back to all those years, we had a very special business together, my mom and I,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
I'm getting
The
teary-eyed
best, the
and
best.
meeting all these people. And again, yeah, like being able to be with those brides
Yeah.
and families and make sure that they all feel beautiful. I mean, my mom would, just to tell you, my mom at the beginning when she just started, would not about the money. She would run from synagogue to church to synagogue all day after she did all the weddings to make sure that everyone looked perfect.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like touch-ups, like now it's
Yes.
touch-ups and there's a price and there's a this
Mhm.
and there's a
Yes,
that. But when she
exactly.
started, she just like she did it from her
It was
heart,
important.
you
It
know?
was important to her. Exactly.
Very, very.
Yeah.
So it meant everything to her.
Hmm.
And so that was
And
what fed her, like
and I just like to add to that, the vendors that I work with, that I choose to work with, I will never choose a vendor for you if I don't know this person, if I haven't worked with this person and trust this person. They need to be fully invested in you too. Like your mom ran around doing all this not because someone wanted to pay her to come do a touch up, because it meant something to her.
yeah.
Everybody if you're on my team, it's because you really care. You're there because it's very important to you that this bride, groom are taken care of, and it's their day,
Yeah.
and we are there for them. So I'm glad you brought that up, because
Yeah.
this is a rule of mine, that everybody knows that it's not about us, it's about them. We're there to take care of them,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
genuinely, authentically want to be there for them. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah.
And so just keep being you
Thank you so much.
and
That's
keep
so sweet.
spreading your energy and your love and your passion. And it's been great. I really see the whole thing coming together now with you and your business, and I think it's wonderful. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you again for the opportunity,
Yeah.
and for this great reunion, and
Yeah.
let's stay in touch.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This was really fun. I hope you enjoyed the talk. And if you're a bride, listen up, be yourself, get some good support. Reach out to Rita if you'd like to. She's here waiting for you. And let me know how it goes. I'd love to know. Take care,
Wonderful.
everyone.
Take care. Mwah.